What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Eyes Closed with Hawthorne Heights. Thanks for hanging out.
Thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate it.
I'm very stoked for this. I'll tell you why. I watched you was it 2 years ago at Electric Ballroom?
It was with Our Last Night.
That's right.
Yep,
and
it was.
your album had just come out,
Mm-hmm.
and I was freaking out because I did not expect it. I did not expect
Didn't expect it to be good?
No offense. I did not just dig in my own grave here. No,
Well,
I didn't expect to love it so much.
Well,
like I
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's very rare that a band 14 years into their career releases a career-defining album. Because a lot of people have said that, and our fans are like, whoa, I've liked all of your other stuff, but maybe I didn't because this is great.
Yes.
And I'm like, I don't know if that's a backhanded compliment or the best flattery that you could have.
Yes.
But either way,
I'd say
releasing
take
an
it
album
as that.
15 years into your career, 14 years into your career, you just never know what you're going to get because we always think we're writing Hawthorne Heights songs.
Yeah.
But sometimes maybe we're not. You know what I mean? Because you're like, I don't know, maybe let's try something different. And it's like, well, maybe something different sucks.
Let's just
or maybe
go
it's
back to our
yeah,
formula.
yeah. But I don't know. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But I appreciate that very much. Thank you.
Totally. So I want to ask a couple of questions
All
about
right.
that frequencies.
Yeah.
I really love Pink Hearts. I think
Sweet.
Yeah. I think, man, that vibe when he said that you had like saves the day influences, I was
Yep.
like, what? No, but that song absolutely.
Yeah,
like, I get
yeah,
it, the
definitely.
whole
And
energy.
that specific song is about like being a kid and like not having to worry about anything at all and just meeting up with your friends and rolling the windows down and just singing songs that matter to you. You lose that. And like we were talking about earlier about people just staring at their phones and looking at like basically watching other people live their lives instead of living theirs. That's one of those things that gets lost.
You had an anecdote about like jumping off of like a train bridge in the middle of the night or something, like
Dangerous.
doing like wild shit when you were little.
Yeah.
And how that gave that kind of stuff a teenager, I
Yeah,
assume, or younger.
I would have been a teenager, yeah.
But then also you were saying that kind of thrill, like you wouldn't do that now
Hell no.
anymore.
No.
So like what are now sort of moments or experiences that are equally like invigorating, let's say?
To me, the thrill is like doing weird stuff like coming to England and having no idea if your like visa is going to work. You know what I mean? Stuff
That's,
like
yeah,
that. Like
adrenaline, definitely.
Yeah. So it's until we're through customs, you really cannot sit still. So you're like, well, we just spent $12,000 getting here. What's going to happen? Like tonight, we're going to cross over into France. Maybe they'll let us in. And then we're going to cross over into Germany. Maybe they'll let us in. That sort of thing is like, that's the thrill of it. It's all, because everything we're doing is legal, but always in a band, you always feel like you're breaking the law somehow. You always feel like they're going to be like, nah, you're not going to come in here into Germany and play emo music. Get out. Get along your way.
The capital crime. It's
Yes.
Like, nah, get out of here with that shit.
No way.
I always, for some reason, man, like whenever I have this like complex, whenever I'm seeing like someone that's like a policeman or someone that could like arrest me, I'm always like, oh God, I must have done something terrible. But like
when you see a cop behind you,
yeah,
you're just it makes you feel like you're like you just stole like you just had a bank heist.
Yeah,
You're like, I hope I don't get pulled over, and then you think, why don't you hope you're going to get pulled over? You didn't do anything.
Literally.
But yeah,
nothing.
we're not dangerous. We're not dangerous enough. And then that makes me wonder how people actually feel when they're like, I don't know, when they're like doing drugs and stuff, because I don't do drugs. So because I grew up in a generation that like doing drugs is like you could go to prison. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
doing
drugs, but now people are like, I don't know, like 10-year-olds like smoke pot. You know what I mean? It's like just
totally.
just such not a big deal, but I still view that as like, I don't know, man. This is dangerous. I can't be doing
Dude,
this.
I am with you on that. I actually, and I it's on here on my list. I wanted to talk to you about Straightedge because I discovered it when I was in America and when I was kind of getting introduced to hardcore and stuff. I mean, besides the fact that I think I'm just inherently like easily scared person. Like, I don't want to die. Yeah.
I don't get it either. I really don't. I look at a pack of cigarettes and it says this causes cancer,
Yeah.
and I could never look at that and go, fuck
Sick.
it.
Yeah, sounds
like,
good.
worth the risk.
Yeah,
To me,
exactly.
worth the risk. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't think that, I think maybe we're too analytical about it, and sometimes you got to say, what the fuck? But I don't have that in me.
Yeah.
I'm a
yeah.
square. I'm stiff. You know what I mean?
I'm
like,
right there with you.
like I'm drinking decaf lattes now.
Me
I'm not even
too.
drinking. Yeah, like I can't even live the caffeinated life. It's just so lame.
Dude, that's so funny. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm with you. I'm like I don't know. I don't want to break the barrier of doing bad things. I don't know if it's like a moral thing or like I think it's one of those things where like maybe you can sleep at night because you know what you're doing is the right thing.
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
I mean, I thought straight edge was really appealing because it was an act of rebellion. Like I was looking at the sort of like party folk and just kind of people like getting into it without their reasoning why.
Yeah.
And so I mean, I'm sure you've gotten that a million times. Oh, you don't drink? Why not?
Yeah.
And I'm always
people
like,
cannot they cannot deal with the fact that you don't drink. They don't understand it. They literally do not understand it. They'll be like, "Oh, so you're sober?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not like a recovering alcoholic. I just do not drink." And then, you know,
hard for them to like understand or like accept.
If I'm feeling exceptionally snarky, I'll be like, "Sell me on it."
Yeah.
Sell me on it.
Yeah.
You know, it's expensive. It tastes terrible.
Destroys your liver.
Yes, like
bad decisions.
Chemical dependency. Great divorces happen due to alcoholism. So you're not selling me. You're not giving me the point. And like
That's a good angle, yeah.
Yeah, to me, like it's kind of, I don't know, it might sound kind of snide to say, but I want to live my life. I don't need something to cloud my judgment or to take the pain away.
Yeah.
If it's painful, I want it to be painful because if you drink and then you wake up the next day, that pain is still there. It's not like it takes it away. You could sell me on if it was like, "Oh, having a bad day? Drink alcohol."
Yeah.
It'll take it away. It's like, you know, when you have a cold, it's like eating a cough drop, same thing. You know, maybe, but probably I still probably wouldn't do it, but yeah, I feel like nothing good can come of it. It doesn't enhance my life whatsoever. And anything that's an acquired taste is a bad taste.
Dude, that's what I always think. Like when I was first made to try like a beer, it was before I went to America. It was like a going away party. I tasted it and I was like, no, don't like the taste. And they were like, oh, just drink more at some point. Like
it's because you haven't had enough.
Anymore.
That's the problem. You haven't had enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild.
I appreciate like the wine culture and all that, but I feel like I just kind of like missed the window and like I'm just not interested.
And it really is. It's tough like when you're a full-blown adult. Like I don't understand how people who are straight edge for a period of time, you know, let's say 10 years.
Yeah.
How you decide to start drinking. I don't understand how you dive in. You know what I mean? Like you've lost the good 10 drinking years of your life.
Yeah.
And now you're going to dive in when you're like 40. That's weird to me.
To be honest, that's why I don't call myself straight edge because I think, you know, when I'm 75, my husband's dead, like, you know, looking for a new fun hobby, like
maybe you'll crank it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
No X's on my hand for now.
I say dependency-free.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Do you think that this whole I don't want to call it a lifestyle because for me it's not.
Yeah, for me it's not a lifestyle. I don't like I think being vegan is a lifestyle because it's a dietary choice and you have to actively seek places that you can eat at.
Yeah.
Whether you're doing it for ethics or whether you're just doing it for health or you know, but you do have to make a conscious decision when you're going. I could go to a bar or to a gym and have the exact same decision to make. I'm not going to drink alcohol. So yeah, it's not really a lifestyle. It's
What? Yeah. What?
It's a
what
way
is
of
it?
life.
A way of
It's not
life.
a lifestyle. It's a way
So,
of life.
Okay. So let me ask you this: how did your way of life impact your? I guess just you as a person,
Yeah.
but also you as a musician in an industry that is heavily sort of. I mean, you can't escape the whole.
It is. It's
Yeah.
it's difficult to escape because I don't really like to be around people that are like getting hammered. I just don't relate to it.
It's not fun, is it?
Yeah, it's not fun when you're like outside the party. But you know, somebody having a beer that doesn't bother me at all. You know, a couple of the guys in the band sip every once in a while, but they're lame now too. They'll have like I think they've had maybe 3 beers on this whole tour, and that's obviously not a problem or anything, so that doesn't bother me. But yeah, like the rock and roll lifestyle, like we always joke. I'm exhausted right now because we had to do 2 events yesterday, and this is the coldest place in the history of the world. And like, you know, you just get worn down. I can't imagine dumping drugs and alcohol on top of that. You know, like I'm doing nothing and I'm still tired.
Dude, I'm the same. I think I'm like a special case because I'm just like chronically exhausted and stuff. Yeah, exactly what you're saying.
Imagine dumping a 6-pack on top of that. Like I don't know that you'd be able to leave your bed ever. Like it's crazy. And there's not enough time. I don't know how people do drugs.
That's another
Where's the time?
thing. I know. And you have to like go through the process of like getting your
acquiring the drug. Like not for me.
It's just not worth it, man.
So I can't fit it into I cannot fit it into the schedule. I got too much shit happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if I could, like, I'd rather just do other stuff. Not getting to lost frequencies yet, but talking about that frequencies, Skylark.
Yeah.
I love that song.
Sweet.
So much.
Thank you.
And
we haven't played that one live yet.
I read about it. You gonna play it tonight?
No. We haven't played it live yet. I don't know that we ever will. We'll get to it.
Breaking my heart, man.
We'll get to it.
I was going to ask about, like, so I read kind of, like, the story about it and your mom's car.
Yep.
And then there's a bird, and it sings you to sleep. But also the whole song is about, like, a family kind of situation.
Yeah.
How do you make those elements connect in that song? Like, how do all those elements
I think
connect?
It's like, you know, I've kind of lived, like, a little bit of a weird lifestyle. So my parents got divorced. That's totally standard. When I was in 6th grade. My father passed away a year later. He was an alcoholic, which is where my straight edge comes from.
Sure.
So I did not get raised by him really whatsoever. I was not taught to be a man or anything like that by a father figure. So there's always a bit of that there. And my mom, since it was a single parent sort of thing, I just had to watch her like work as hard as possible and struggle. And, like, that's why I wanted to write that song, because I just remember the first time she got her brand new car that she worked hard for with supporting 2 kids with nobody helping. It was a big, impactful moment to me, and I understood at that moment what hard work and perseverance was, which is why I attest us being a DIY band, stuff like that is like, it just feels better when you earn it.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what that song's about. And that song is about just reflection of me trying to raise my daughter now. And one of the things that we like to do every morning is watch birds.
Oh.
Yeah. So
like a ritual kind of.
Yep. So that's where the
nice.
Skylark comes from. You know, like I'll sit there and have my morning coffee, and we'll just be sitting there with our binoculars, sitting at home talking about birds.
I love that.
Yeah.
Right, so Lost Frequencies, really quickly, there's a bunch of stuff like going on. You did new songs, reworks and covers and stuff. How did you approach and structure
that? To me, Lost Frequency is like, that's a fans only type release. Like, we had a couple songs that we really liked off the Bad Frequency sessions, but we didn't want to release like a 15-song album. So we pulled away the ones that we wanted to kind of park for a minute. And then we also did this covers thing that was all songs that we all loved growing up. The rule was we all had to like the songs.
Yeah, yeah.
which is very hard to get 4 people who are jaded on music in general to love music, to love those songs.
Yeah. The bar's high.
Yeah, so that's how we got those. And then we just wanted to do a couple weirdo versions of songs from Bad Frequencies, roll it all in, and put out a record. And what I wanted to do is I just wanted to release it digitally, just so our fans could have it, you know, because I don't care. And our label was like, no, let's put it out on vinyl so they can get the whole experience. And I was like, if you want to pay money to do that, go ahead. That's on you. But I'm thankful that they did, because it gives our fans something to hold, something to feel, something to pop on their record player, and a new item to collect. So it's cool. We'd never done like what I consider to be a collection of like rarities and B-sides and stuff like that. And that's what's cool.
Obviously, really loving that one too. Let's quickly talk about. I'm gonna skip a couple of questions because I don't want to keep you. The Hall felt emo again. Might delete. What's his name? Matt Cutshall.
Oh, Cutshall. Yeah.
How did that come about?
We think that, like, one of the things about Hawthorne Heights is that we don't take ourselves too seriously, whether it be our past, our present, or our future.
Yeah, I love that.
We think it's funny. We think funny is funny. So we saw a couple of his videos, and we're like, we got to get a hold of this guy. This guy's hilarious. The whole idea and the vibe is funny. And so we were coming to L.A. We were like, hey, dude, we want to meet up and just hang out. And then that turned into, like, filming a video together and everything.
That's so dope.
And we filmed it at our record label's office. And it was just a cool experience. And, like, nothing but love. It was great.
Yeah, it's so jokes. I think people, like, reading the comments, only some people picked up on the fact that it was actually you.
Yeah. And that's how the culture has switched, that, like, emo night is, like, people are just used to listening to songs, and we're used to, like, going to knowing who the bands are and stuff like that. And, like, it's weird.
I also wanted to talk about another sort of social media kind of thing, which was so Post Malone. You've been trying to hit him up and trying to do a collab. So I think it would be fun. Couple years ago, no?
Yeah.
We reached out to him, but anything happening?
Haven't heard anything. He's always singing our songs on his damn Instagram account, though.
Is he?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Which is cool. And, like, our joke is, so we got Post Malone doing, like, karaoke to Ohio is for Lovers, which is super cool. Then we have Casey Musgraves mentioning our songs.
That's right.
And then Billie Eilish breakdancing to another one of our songs. And we're like, damn, take us on these arena tours,
Seriously.
girls and guys.
Yeah.
Get us back in the, take us to the big time.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we're playing the rock clubs. But, the coolest thing about it is to see a very modern musician spend a little bit of time with us in their life in their early days.
Yeah.
It's cool. Cool.
Did you hear there's like a mashup kind of going around on the interwebs?
Oh, I've seen it. You can't put anything past me. I've seen it all. If we're tagged, I'm in. But yeah, it's cool. It's cool. It's definitely cool.
Okay. Anyway, is there anyone else that you'd like to kind of get on board for a collaboration for the next record? Maybe?
I've been waiting for Bruce Springsteen, but so if the boss comes calling, I want in.
There's probably a bit of a waiting line on that one.
I think there probably is, but, it never hurts to ask. I don't know. We'll kind of work with anybody. Our drummer really, for some reason, really likes Taylor Swift, but I'm not buying it. I don't know why he likes her. So maybe.
All right.
But who knows? Who knows?
Right. Last one. So you're doing, like, Valentines messages as, like, a merch.
Yep.
I love it. So you have, like, fans' notes and stuff that you read out? Is that how it's going to work?
Yep, that's exactly what happens. So my thought is, and my wife has understood this about me for our whole 20-year marriage and courtship, is that I will not buy things that can be thrown away for anybody under any circumstances. So, like, a very common thing to do is to get somebody a birthday card or a Valentine's card or something like that. Paper thrown in the trash.
Burn it. Yeah.
I would rather scrawl my message on a $5 bill and say, here. I would rather do that than than pay $5 for somebody else's message.
Yeah.
I guess I'm too much of a romantic or a poet or something like that. But I'll pony up for very nice flowers, a very nice arrangement. I cannot just walk into someplace and buy flowers. It has to be something super nice. So my thought is, hey, I know that you guys are all like last minute human beings because you're on the Instagram all day long.
Ain't nobody got time for anything anymore these days.
There's going to come a time where these people, male or female, are going to need something. This is that time. So over the next week, I expect to get a lot of orders because people are like, shit, I was going to do something special, but now I don't know. Now maybe they'll think that this is special.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Valentines, it's cool.
I think you really found like that, how do you say, like that gap in the market.
Yeah.
Because I haven't seen anyone doing
it's
that.
It's a need.
Yeah, demand
and the cool thing about it is
right?
we're going to go to romantic spots.
Really?
Like I'm going to try and find, like maybe a field of flowers or in front of a castle.
That's great.
These won't be filmed like in a bus or on a van or backstage. We're gonna do the whole 9. It's going to be great. It's going to be beautiful. You're going to be inviting your girlfriend or your boyfriend on a European vacation for Valentine's Day. That's great. How are you going to compete with a card?
Literally. I mean, it's just everything else, just goodbye, not interested. So as a send off, as a sign off, sign off. I don't know. Would you like to give your fans a Valentine's Day message?
Sure. Don't eat too much chocolate. It's high in caffeine. Don't drink too much wine. It's high in alcohol. But love who you're with. That's it.
Beautiful.
Love who you're with.
Beautiful.
Don't post about who you're with on Valentine's Day and what they got you or what you got them. Enjoy the day together, and then the next day, FOMO the shit out of it.
I agree.
All right?
That's
never in the moment, always later.
Yes. You nailed it. Okay, that's super relevant. Thank you so much for hanging out. I'm gonna let you go now and play a show now.
Hell yeah!
An awesome
Well, we
one.
play in a little while.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be good. Maybe it won't. I don't know.
All right. Happy V-Day, I guess. Bye.
See ya.